All right.
Hey, Evanson, it's Corey. And like everybody else, I'm joining you from home. Along with me is Ben, our other assistant. With this downtime, we're not playing golf. I figured it'd be a good opportunity to talk about the World Handicap System and some of the changes that have happened with handicap regarding that. So we did get a couple questions from people, and we'll go through those, and hopefully we answer some of your questions. So Ben, you want to take the first one?
Yep. So the first question is, I know the handicap's now updated on a daily basis. What do I need to do different, if anything, than I was doing last year? So a player's handicap index is now recalculated every day. So basically the only thing you have to make sure that you do is submit your scores on the same day that you play. We're also excited. We have a new tee sheet software that'll be able to run nightly reports based on players on the tee sheet to see whether they posted a score. So if you didn't post, we'll make sure that you get that score in. So we're excited to have that. Corey, you want to take the next question?
Yeah. So the next one we got is people have been asking, why did my course handicap change so much from last year? The easiest answer here is now instead of your course handicap being based off of the rating, it's based off of par. So any difference in the course rating and the course par will reflect in your handicap, whether it be higher or lower. At Evanston for men, they will see a higher handicap for the course handicap, and for the women, they'll see a lower one actually with a par that's higher than the rating. So look for that going forward. Ben, you got the next question?
Yep. So did the maximum hole score for posting change? Yes. The maximum score you can now post on any hole is a net double bogey, meaning par for the hole plus 2 strokes and any additional handicap strokes you receive. So that means if I'm an 18 handicap getting a stroke a hole on number 1, if I make an 8, the max I can post is a 7. So I'm taking the par of 4, the 2 strokes I'd receive, or the 2 strokes for the double bogey, and then the 1 stroke I would get for my pops to make a 7 there. So a little bit different, but not too bad.
A little different, a little more equitable for everybody. So thanks, Ben. So the final question we've got is, what handicap can I expect to play from for events or in events? So this is kind of two-parted. One, obviously with them updating every day, we're probably not going to update the morning of the event. So the professional staff will pick a day, probably a couple days before the event starts, and we'll lock the indexes, and that's the index everyone will play off of for the entire event. So if it's a 2-day event, that same index will carry over both days. Even though we'll post the day of the round 1, we'll still play from the same handicap round 2 or day 2 for the event, even though it did update there. Also, a change that happened as well, you'll see for events, is the handicap allocations changed. For example, 4-ball match play, our Yagi Cup for men, used to be 100% of the player's handicap. It's now gone to 90%, and that's kind of changed across the board just to make things more equitable for all the events the USGA sanctioned as formats. So that's just a few of the questions we got. I know there's probably more out there. We're happy to answer any of them. Just email one of us or find us hopefully May 1st when the golf course opens, but we'll see. We hope everyone stays well, and the best in 2020.